Kalimera, Kalispera, whatever time you're watching or listening to, this is Mappa. I'm Stel, and I never, ever thought I'd be doing this. Congratulations, APOEL, on winning title number 29, the ninth under Pedridis. And I say this through gritted teeth, but it's a fully deserved title. I can't complain. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. They deserved it. That simple. And I've got Thassos here who's drinking tea.
Oh, he's drinking all the tea.
Oh, he's drinking the tea. It's not my tears, bro. Don't worry about it. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing. You know what? Football this week. The football gods have listened to my prayers and said, you know what? Let's give him a couple of wins. And APOEL get the league title. And also, hold on, we're on this side. Also, these guys have got Champions League. Fucking, oi! Great week of football for me after after the last time we were on.
Yes. And then Thursday night was a little bit iffy, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So, so you know, gotta have some good times every so often, haven't you? So
of course, the good times roll, man. The good times roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So hang about this season is our first official season together, isn't it?
Yeah, because
full season.
Yeah, because last season we started in what, October?
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah, so this season is the first full season we've completed together as a team.
There you go. And see, now you can say to all the APOEL listeners that you're a lucky charm.
Exactly. I mean, before I started doing this podcast, APOEL weren't really getting close.
No, what are we talking about? You came runners up last season.
No. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So last season we got close. This season, top on the last day. Next season, 6 points clear by the last game of the season.
Oh, ballsy! Ballsy! Look at this guy. He's shooting his load already. Flipping out.
No. Listen, I think a lot. Well, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it later. But a lot rests on what happens over the next 3 weeks, I would think.
Yep. It's a big summer for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everybody's going to go balls deep.
They have to. But anyway, it is what it is. Oh, look, Vaso is here. Man. Congratulations, Vaso. I don't know who else is watching live, but if anyone is watching live, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. And we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. Don't forget to visit our website, nc-network.com, where we have lots of write-ups. Thassos and I combined our brains, and we put together a write-up for APOEL's title win. We've got some more write-ups on promising young Cypriot players. We've got one for Zefki recently. We've got one for, Asimeno, and a few others. So it's looking good. The website is looking good. And if you want to contribute, feel free to email us, contact@nc-network.com, and our Instagram and X is at this is MAPPA, Mappa. So yeah.
Yes.
We got loads to go over tonight, man. Loads to go over.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, the social media gods have been good to us as well.
Yeah,
they've been good to us.
Yeah, there's been some stuff, hasn't there? There's been
a lie. Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
and by the way, Thassos, sorry to cut you short, but on on Twitter, right now we have reached 1,001 followers.
Oi!
Sweet Caroline. We've done it. 1,001.
Beautiful. By the way, guys, I'm only 4 off 500, so out flares gases. Just 4 and I've got 500. But anyway, but this is not what this is for. This is for talking about Cypriot football. So should we go to it?
Yes. We shall go to it in just a moment. Let me bring it up. Fucking come on. Group B party, the final part. Oh my god, I'm getting a phone call. No, don't call me now when I'm live. No. Stop calling me. Group B party, fuck it. I'm losing count, boys and girls. So I haven't put all the goals for this, but APOEL travelled to AES and they battered them by 5 goals to 1. It was an utter trouncing. And AES go down with their tails between their legs. It hasn't been a great season for them. Too much turmoil. Meanwhile, Doxa ended their season on a high with a 6-3 victory over Ethnigo. And the final goal by Neogleos, the youngster, lovely. Good job, kid, because we need more Cypriot youngsters to do well, even though Ketspire won't call them up. Meanwhile, AEL beat Garmiosa by 4 goals to 3, and our friend, the Minjita, scored twice. Happy days. Over in Salamina, they drew 1 apiece. Can't remember who they played. Doesn't matter because it's irrelevant. And then APOEL battered Othello by 4 goals to 1. Malikidis got on the score sheet. He's been called up to the national team, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. Thassos, is it really worth going over Group B, my bro? Is it really worth it?
Some stuff happened, right? So I mean, no, some stuff happened. I'm going to try and go through it very quickly.
Anymore.
So,
I mean, there were goals and goals and goals, and even now I'm fucking crying.
Doxa and Ethnigo's right. It was 6-3, and Doxa hit the post twice, had the goal disallowed, and Achna had 2 goals disallowed as well. So it's like another 5 goals that could have gone in. Also, I wanted to pick up on how many kids played in the games. What's going on with
Ruslan has put up the face palm emoji.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a face, or is it a head massage? I don't know.
I don't know.
Ruslan, what is that? What are these emojis? Listen, just put. I'm going to put a sky blue emoji up for you, just for you, mate. Arsenal as well. Blue.
Oh dear. Right.
Sorry.
So, Achna, I've already signed an under-17s player from Aris, right? That's the first one. They've signed Aninos Nicolau, so look out for that name in the under-17s finals. Let's see, AEL, we've got AEL and Garmiosa. So AEL won 4-3, but Garmiosa had they didn't have Spogliarits in goal. They didn't.
Yeah, I know.
They didn't have.
Haram. Sorry.
What was that? They didn't have Spogliarits in goal. They didn't.
Haram.
Okay. All right, fine. Not going to mention it anymore. They had a little. They had somebody with a very interesting surname in goal. This 12-year-old or 17-year-old or however old he is. It looks about.
Don't need to check the app to see his photograph.
Oh, you did right. When you go over the Garmiosa, if you want to look at the Garmiosa highlights again, he looks about 12 now.
Yes.
He's apparently 17 years old, and he's got a very interesting surname. This 17-year-old goalkeeper.
No, he's not. He can't be.
I don't know, but it's just a very big coincidence, don't you think?
He can't be.
Do you want to put the music?
No. He can't be. He can't be. He cannot be related to him.
I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. But I'm really looking for an excuse to play that. but yes,
Wallahi. Oh,
yes.
come on, you can't do this to me.
And so he's probably going to be at the Euros in the summer as well, as Ganbiotis' third choice goalie, Violaris. Violins.
Very nice. Very nice.
Anyway, so on the other side of the here we go, Ruslan. Here we go.
Ruslan, tell me some APOEL news.
Okay.
Oh, is this my guy? Brate moi, wie geht's? Sorry, carry on.
Yes. So APOEL news. APOEL have sacked Alexis Karpozis. So that was the newest.
Watermelon sugar, ha. Watermelon sugar, ha.
Yes, Alex Watermelon has been released from his official caretaker manager role from APOEL. He took over for 21 games following the sacking of Tony Koskela, who was a permanent head coach, right? Now, Koskela only played 14 games. So Karpozis as a caretaker played 33% more, 50% more games than Koskela, who was a permanent head coach. Anyway.
1 minute. You don't think they're going to bring back...
Who are you thinking? Are you thinking...
the guy that replaced Janevski last season.
You think you're going to bring back Haralambos?
Well, he's done 3 spells at Karmiotis, so why not 3 APOEL?
I don't know.
3 times is a charm.
He seems
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I think the reason why Alex Watermelon's been released is because they're probably keeping that seat empty for whoever wants to come and take over APOEL during the summer.
Can you imagine if he does return? Can you imagine?
What, if Haralambos comes back again?
Yeah, can you imagine? Do you know what that press conference is going to be like? Have you seen that video of Habib, right, where he gets the microphone at the UFC? He's like, I know you don't like this. Alhamdulillah. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to hear all the boos and everything. Alhamdulillah. I know you don't like me saying this.
Is he? It's Haralambos, isn't it? He's looking for work, guys, by the way. So if anybody's interested in a mediocre Cypriot coach with less hair than me, then he's your guy.
Listen, to be honest, because it's APOEL, they'd be better off with Andreas Haralambos. Yeah? Protathlima, also Putela.
Andreas Haralambos.
Come on.
So, other news of APOEL's team, they released a crap load of players. So, we've got Mendoza, Moreira, Hugo Basto, Miguel Oliveira, Ravid Shuka, Saido Berahino.
He's gone.
He's gone. Saido Berahino has been released from APOEL. Yeah, so there's that as well. And also, this young player from Argentina has now gone back to his club because he was only on loan. Is Lautaro Cano? I think he looks like he could be a interesting signing for whoever wants to take him on.
So how many is that in total that have left APOEL? I lost count.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players.
Right. Okay. Fine. But Minchev is still there.
Yeah, he's going to be there till next season.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
You know, we can roll that Minjita joke out all next season as well.
He loves the minge. Okay. I'll visit that press conference in person. Haralambos' only talent is wearing tight pants. Alhamdulillah.
Oh dear.
Ruslan, I love this guy, man. I love this guy.
So there's your APOEL news, right? So Ruslan could go. Ruslan can now go to bed. Yes. So, next thing here is we've got Garbiodissa, obviously, are also going to be looking for a head coach, apparently. And as always, every time Garbiodissa are looking for a head coach, there's always one name that gets waved around, and then something
Ooh,
after.
is it the Beast? Is it the Beast?
Beast, yes.
It's the Beast.
Yes, Frederick van der Beest. Every time, every freaking time, is good night, Ruslan. Every time is his name gets brought up. And I don't know why. He's got 2 months of experience in Cyprus, taking charge of Aris in 2016-17, and the rest of the time is mostly being an assistant manager at KV Mechelen in Belgium.
Mate, do you know what? They're not just from a marketing perspective, because we've seen what Garimodis are doing right now with their social media and their Instagram and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just bring him in for the mere fact that you can do beast mode t-shirts.
I mean, they could have done that with Gravenberch.
Yeah, but Gravenberch, like, he was like Terry Crews. You know, like I told you, man, when they signed him, the unveiling shouldn't have been him next to a building, you know, like a massive tower.
Yeah, it should have been him doing the what's it called?
Come on, the white chicks.
Yeah, the white chicks song.
The and I need you, and I miss you, and now I want. Can you imagine him just sitting in the car with Yolari? If I could fall into this. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Vanessa Carlton, that's her name.
Vanessa Carlton, that's the one.
1,000 miles.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
Yes. So there's that. Next one, we've got now Salamina are also clearing house. So
like the Ultimate Warrior in the Royal Rumble.
What? Why?
Ultimate Royal Rumble, he just runs down into the ring, just beats the shit out of everyone. That's
all right, clearing house. I got you. All right, yeah. I was going to make another pop culture reference joke, but I'll leave that in there. No. It doesn't make sense now. The players being released are Datkovic, Maurice, Kuzmanovic, Christodoulou, Yanga, Konate, Kone, Katsikas, and Goroma, and one more. Discount Buffon is leaving Nea Salamina.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
Yeah, Thassos Kisas. I don't know if he's retiring or if he's just leaving Nea Salamina. But yeah, Discount Buffon has left. Buffon from Wish. That's what the kids are saying now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So there's that. By the way, right, there's something we didn't mention in that Nea Salamina Ayers game. There was a little bit of a punch up. Did you miss the?
I lost interest. Well, as soon as I saw the goal from Narsing, I thought, you know what, I'm not even going to watch the rest of it.
You should have seen the. You should have seen the what led to the 2 sendings off. So, as I understood about the red cards, Aezis Christou stamps on Narsing while Narsing is trying to control the ball.
Okay. Was it on his nuts or?
No. It just Christou stamps on Narsing on the leg while he's trying to control the ball.
Well, what part of the leg? His thigh.
Sorry. Yeah, calf.
Oh, it's calf. Okay. Well, I heard it's long. I didn't know it was that long.
Right. And he ends up falling over, and the referee gives a free kick, and Narsing gets pissed off and goes and barges Christou, and Christou goes down holding his head, but kind of his head bounced off another player as he went down, so it looked like it bloody hurt. Anyway, some pushing and shoving's going on, and then Bastelis comes from the back and either tries to grab Narsing in a headlock or punch him in the back of the head or something. Either way, Bastelis fucked around and found out. Narsing absolutely destroys him afterwards, and
Bastili basically shat himself, like in the story where the boy ate too much Bastili, the one that my always used to tell me, who ate too much of it, and he shat himself.
I mean, he basically, like Narsing absolutely housed him. So they both got they both got red carded. Off you go. So that was, I found it was like, if you watch it, it's absolutely comical. Like the whole thing happens in 30 seconds. Basically, you see Bastili you see him run from the other side of the pitch. As well. It kind of comes in from the other side of the pitch. Just it tries to do something to Narsing from the back. Narsing completely houses him, and then like 40 people run into the pitch to try and either stop something or get involved. And then obviously,
so I take it it's going to have to be in the intro video for next season.
Oh yeah, yeah. Luciano.
It's going to be a 3-minute intro.
You just see Bastili, it just comes in and goes. I don't know what he's trying to do, but yeah. So that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. Let me just see if there's anything else. One more thing.
Oh,
the Othello's goalkeeper, right?
Yes.
Now, when a player has the number 69 on their shirt,
oh no,
they pick it on purpose, right? It can't be any other reason, right?
Go on.
No, I'm just saying. Now? No, that's it. That's it. The guy.
No. Sorry. Let me rephrase myself. Not what's coming now. I mean, what is next?
No, that was it. That was the whole statement.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
there's no reason. There's no way there were 68 other players before him, and he was forced to pick number 69. Yeah.
He's trolling.
Yeah. There's a 17-year-old, and he's trolling.
When we were all young, yeah, we all did dumb stuff or stuff that we cringe. Like, you know, when Hotmail, do you remember Hotmail?
Yep.
Email addresses.
No,
you have all these MSN. Like there was some people at my college, especially girls, are like hot stuff, or you know, the hot stuff 69 at hotmail.com. He's at that stage of his life where he's like, I don't know if I'm going to get a game. And they ask him, what squad number do you want? 69.
Nice.
And obviously the kit man is probably about 80 years old. He doesn't know what 69 is. So we just like, fuck it, let's just give it to him. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. And that is the end of Group B for another season.
Thank God. Oh,
so there you go.
I didn't know how much I could take at this, to be honest. But yeah, thank you, Group B, for your entertainment. I mean, we had goals and goals and goals and goals, but it was just pre-season matches, man. At this stage, you know. Pretty much.
Yep.
Anyway, right. Shall we move on?
Yes, let's go.
Lovely. Okay, so
go
over to the PAP, and Ari walloped Anorthosis by 4-0. Goes from Gomis, Strutsky, Gogorin, and our mate Morgan Brown with an absolute belter. Secured the victory for Ari. Morgan, do more of these next season, please. I beg. Like this isn't good enough. You're only doing this once a season, man. I know you did it last season, yeah.
And he did it at the beginning as well.
Yeah,
right at the beginning last season.
He did it. Was it a couple of years ago? We did it against Olympiaco from a free kick. I know he did it at, was it Salamina where he did it as well? I can't remember. We whacked it in the top corner. I can't remember. But Morgan, we need more of these, bro. But not against my team. Do it against his, not mine.
No.
Yeah, against yours. Fuck you.
I mean, no. Listen. If if my brother has his way, Morgan Brown will be playing for APOEL next season. He keeps, my brother keeps bugging Morgan, trying to get him to sign for APOEL.
Listen, if Morgan joins APOEL, I'm blocking him. And then what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna call every pizza company in Cyprus and order pizzas to his house. He's gonna get about 50 fucking meat feast pizzas. No, pineapple and ham pizzas, because pineapple on pizza is wrong. So I'm gonna do that. Think I'm joking?
No, that's why I'm laughing. You're very serious.
Flipping hell. Sorry.
Right. So obviously a lot of stuff is happening around that game, mostly around what's going on at Anorthosis. So, first of all, let's talk about the positives. So, the Mahides, for example, managed to raise the 1 million euros that they needed to raise, or that they were aiming to raise. So that's brilliant, fantastic effort from them to do that.
Don't worry about a thing.
Because every little thing is gonna be all right.
There you go. See,
beautiful. Now, even though they were they'd passed their goal, your let's say the Somadio ex-president Hambulas decided to donate 20,000 euros to the cause. So that was nice of him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it was nice of him. Very nice, Mr. Hambulla. Thank you very much for your donation. Thank you for donating.
Yeah.
Thank you for donating.
Yep. Exactly.
Thank you for donating.
Anyway, in the meantime, the men in suits in charge of the club and association keep making messes. They keep making massive messes. Thank you, George Moore. Thank you very much.
Hold on. Thogden was at the PASPA Awards.
Oh, for God's
was
sake.
he?
Is he going to do another video where I have to prove him wrong so many times again?
Yeah.
We'll talk about Thogden anyway a bit later on. Anorthosis, basically the men in suits are they keep fucking up every time there seems to be something to push the club forward in the situation that they're in. They seem to just make a mess, a bigger mess than there was the day before. So, even though they were given a mandate to, the suits were unable to elect a board of directors to take over the running of the club. So, yesterday, as of recording, the club released another statement begging for even more money from their fans. So, after the impossibility of forming a board of directors in the football company, the association is making efforts so that a huge amount is collected immediately for the immediate obligations of the football team, and the debts of football players and coaches are paid immediately within the next 24 hours. Despite the efforts made in the last few days, unfortunately so far it has not been possible to raise the required amount. The efforts continue and call once again on the people of Anorthosis to support this effort as well. The goal of the administration is to avoid any unpleasant effects for our team, such as deducting points and banning transfers. As the board of directors of the association, we have an obligation and duty to defend the well-intentioned interests of Anorthosis. Thank you for your response to the effort being made to repay the estate loan, and we are sure that you'll stand by us in this effort as well. So, that 24 hours has passed. Has there been anything on? Has there been anything announcement-wise on what's happening? Yeah,
Nada.
bunch of rubbish, right?
Thassos, do you know what? When you say men in suits, straight away I think of Men in Black. Yeah. And you know the neuralizer where they press the button and everyone forgets what's happened, right? I think the neuralizer only works on the men in suits. because it just seems that they forget everything and they just keep talking about the same thing time and time again. It's like at this point, these unorthodoxy fans are probably looking at these guys thinking, guys got short-term memory loss or something.
Pretty much.
Really? I mean, there's a comment here. Yes, there is. Boulaydis now said he's not interested in anything at all anymore, and he just wants out. Well, listen, the way I see it, and this is my honest opinion, right? If this is the case that no one wants anything to do with unorthodoxy, it actually makes it easier for potential investors to come in. Because let's not get it twisted. Most Cypriot clubs, and I'm just going to say it like it is, most Cypriot clubs, it's not just the Sommadior and the president. There's always other people involved, right? Vigisi or whatever, right? There's too many chefs in the kitchen, right? Whereas now, when everyone is turning around talking about us saying, I don't want anything to do with this, even better, because whoever comes in, all the information is going to be on the table. So here you go. Here are the finances. This is what everything's there. Here are the shares, blah, 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 blah. It's all yours. Take it. You have to take on the debt, but take it. And I'll tell you this now, right? With a club that size, I guarantee you, this time next year, we're not going to be having this conversation about them. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Of course, there needs to be an interested party willing to invest in them, but there's always an interesting party willing to invest. It's just about finding them and getting them to sign their name on that piece of paper, innit? That's what it is. In the meantime, the people that have been in charge for the last year and a half, bit longer.
It's January, wasn't it? January 2023.
Yeah, but I mean, even before that as well. The Boulaydis hiring in people, firing them straight away, trying to start again from scratch, and a lot of weird business going on.
Yeah.
So the thing about this DGC is that they're all sat there and looking at the money that the fans have raised, this 1 million euros, right? Plus all the money that they gave to make fucking transfers in January. Yeah. Transfers who the club can't afford to pay, right? So all these fans have been throwing money at the club. And because these guys are all in suits and they're like, oh, well, I have a business and I got this money. Because they're all about, splashing the cash and being like all rich and powerful.
It's Brosobo, man. Listen, don't get me started. Yeah,
no,
don't get me started.
I know it's Brosobo, right?
You know what I'm going to say. So I'm not going to say anything else.
But but fans who are not involved in the DGC and still support the club, right? They're not the kind of people that are going to, throw their money away, Spatalisma da even for Brosobo, right? They're people that work hard for that money and they love their team.
But this is what I'm saying.
And they're willing to put their money down to help save the team.
Exactly, but this is what I'm saying. You've got genuine people out there that care about the club, and then you have people, as you said, in suits, where the majority of them, they just want to say that they're part of it. Look, there are some good people at the club. I'm not going to lie, and the assistant president is doing all he can to change things around. But the problem that this club has is there's always stones that are left unturned. I mean, this one here, for example, that Bedros says, the Boulaydis was offering them $500,000 a year, and they said no, they want 1.5 million a year, and also for him to clear the 5 million debt. Let's get it right. If there's a potential investor, right, they're going to look at 6 million or 5 million and say, do you know what? I'm going to write it off myself. I'm going to take that risk because this club has got potential to make more money, especially if they get a European berth. They'll make that money back, no problem.
Yep.
They'll make that money back, no problem. So it's not as if it's a gargantuan sum of money, but we're not going to talk about that because I'm not going to piss on your parade. But the comparison, there isn't a comparison if you want to talk about the finances.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the fans have clearly put their hands in their pockets and have backed the club. And let's not forget, they're a very vociferous group of supporters. They're not afraid to speak their mind. So I think whoever takes over that club is going to be very, very fortunate to have that kind of backing.
Yep.
And let's not get it twisted. While fans are impatient, I know these fans that they're going to give it time for any new investor to come into. And they're not going to say, "Oh yeah, we've got a new investor, so we're going to challenge the title show." They're going to be like, "Right, we know that it's a process. We know that we need to be patient. We need to get the right people in for them to implement their plan, whether it be making the right signings, whether it be reinvesting in the academy, which is thriving at the moment. We've seen so many players from the under-19s break into the first team. They've got that Xidiala, man. He's a different level. I know he's injured, but he's a different level. But anyway.
Yep. No,
Mudder's got a comment for you, by the way. Got an exam in a few hours, but came in to tell Thassos I was right about Shebak.
Yeah, he told me Shebak was going to win the best right back for the PASPA Awards, which we will get to. We will also get to them. Right. So, my questions for all of this. Right. If you had no money to spend in January, why try to make signings off the back of fan donations instead of using that money that the fans raised to help pay the players that were already there? It's the first one. Second one, when offers came in for players to sell, you rejected them. So they had transfer offers in for Wagwe, for example, for €500,000. Bite the fucking hand off that hands you that €500,000. Imagine how many wages you could pay with that €500,000.
It is, Thassos. I think they took a massive gamble.
They took it. They took a gamble. They threw everything at thinking we're going to get European football if we carry on like this.
There you go.
Yeah. And they ballsed it. But even in the summer, right? They paid money to Nia Salamina for Chico Banza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Money that they didn't have. But they still paid.
Right. But we don't know what the agreement was between the clubs. Now, let's get it right. Chico Banza is an international, isn't he? Plays for his national team, right?
Yep.
So is there a chance, and obviously like most Cypriot clubs think, well, this lad is playing for his national team. If he has a good AFCON, for example, or has a good qualification phase, then his value will go up. There's a lot of eyes on African international football anyway from Europe. They're probably thinking, well, we spend, how much was it? $250,000? 200 grand? How much was it for
170 grand.
Right, so 170. And they probably thought, we'll probably get double for that. Or we'll get our money back and add on a sell-on clause, and then we're happy. So again, they rolled the dice. But the problem is, while they were rolling the dice, they decided to change hands, and it fucked everything up. Because when you're look, I'm going to talk about your team very briefly, right? Bedridis gambled, right? But it was calculated. It wasn't, we're going to change our thought process halfway through. It was, right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stick with the coach, even though he did what he did. We're still going to stick with him. Going to still stick with the players, not make any drastic changes. Whereas Anothisi were, okay, well, let's change our thought process. All right, Guerrero gets injured. What are we going to do? Shit, I don't know. Bring in fucking, what's his name? Musunda. That's going to help. Not. And then they sacked Callejo.
Well, yeah, but the reason they sacked Callejo was because of him airing out that dirty laundry that he aired out.
Right, I understand, but at the same time, if you're sticking to your structure and you trust the coach, he wouldn't have come out to say what he did.
Yep, exactly.
So clearly, they went against their principles and their strategy, and the shit hit the fan.
Yep,
Mismanagement 101.
Yep.
Alex says,
Pretty much.
unorthodoxy is a joke of a club, no disrespect. Sure, they did a lot for our country, but come on, get your shit together. This is the thing, bro. A lot of clubs are in the same boat. The difference is unorthodoxy's finances they're worse than a lot of clubs.
The problem with unorthodoxy isn't necessarily how much they own. It's the non-performance of those loans. So basically, the loan that they took out on the value of the stadium is the one that was going to lose them the stadium because they weren't paying that loan off. So they were going to have the stadium taken off them unless they raised enough money to pay that loan off, which they have done now. That was what the 1 million euros was for from the Mahites donation. So, but regardless, that's unorthodoxy. That's the unorthodoxy circus. That circus at unorthodoxy, right? It's been going on since we started this pod. so sorry, unorthodoxy fans. That's.
And it all started with a Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. It's so weird that one goalkeeper was the start of all of this. Oh God. Yeah.
So there's news of Aris as well, isn't there?
Yes, there is. There is news for Aris. So Aris, there's ins and outs at Aris. So the first one is Gogorin is now signed on for a permanent deal. So as soon as his contract runs out this summer with, where is he, Fiorentina?
Fiorentina, yeah.
Yeah. He will now sign with Aris permanently, albeit it's for a season. Which would mean now that at the end of next season, he would have been at Aris for 3 seasons. Now, I'm pretty sure Aris will prefer the Gogorin from last season rather than the Gogorin from this season. So let's see how that develops. Second thing is the out. We talked about it 3 months ago, I think, but it's been made official. It's Franz Bråson is leaving Aris. He's played 92 games for the club and scored 1 goal. And I can tell you, with Bråson gone, it's kind of, I'm going to go on repeat here. Aris need to buy defenders. Bring in some defenders. That's probably the critical thing to get in at the moment, is somebody in defence, guys.
But he's experienced as well, so they need that experience.
Defenders. Yeah, so, Phil Jones is on a free. I'm just going
to... here he goes again. Crying out loud.
No. But no.
Listen, I think their social media team has been working hard enough, and I don't think they need a meme in defence.
That is true. They do not need a meme in defence, but they do need defenders.
Yes, they do.
Yes,
they do. Right. Any more news?
No. We can move on to the next game if you want.
Let's move on. Okie dokie. And it's a dress rehearsal for the cup final. Omonia drew 1 apiece against Buffer, but Omonia missed a penalty through Hamas before an own goal from Dimitriou. Now, it's one of the strangest own goals I'll ever see, but there you go. Jairo equalised to finish the season as top goal scorer. So, I watched bits and pieces of this game. I'm not going to lie. I didn't really show much interest because dead rubber. Buffer had 61% possession. Well,
yeah, I was going to say it's
for
a dead
Omonia anyway.
For Omonia, yeah, but Buffer still had something to play for in the league. But yeah, go on.
So yeah, it was just dominance from Buffer really. Omonia batting the hatches, so to speak, defending well, defending deep. Conceded a goal from a set piece, which is disappointing. I guess if this was an important game, we'd have taken a 1-1 draw. Although missing a penalty again isn't great. I mean, we missed one through Roman Bezos against Buffer in the league. Yeah. And now I'm saying if the cup final goes to penalties, we ain't going to win it because we can't flip and take penalties. But
it's, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say, though, it's a team that had Simic, Bakic, Alium, Semedo, all these forward players, and the penalty taker ended up being Hamas. Yeah, so weird one. But we need to talk about how that penalty was conceded in the first place. Dragomir doing his best impression of a goalkeeper.
Yes.
Fucking going for it like that. It's amazing.
Yes. Yes.
Now, another thing I wanted to mention as well.
Sorry, man.
Go on.
Alex, I agree that Ari needs to buy defenders, but Brawson is a very average player in my opinion. But he's very good at crypto purchases. He's a crypto king, man. Is Brawson? He's a crypto king. So listen. Yeah, Matteo Flamini is like a multi-billionaire because of the company that he owns. Yeah, I see Brawson. Brawson is going to be in the money pretty soon. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
All right. So there was also a penalty shot for Paphos as well during that game. I think it's a very strong one. It was, I think, Paphos were complaining about a penalty which wasn't a penalty. I think it was a fair tackle. And then everybody had basically turned around, and Gusulos was about to clear the ball, taking his time. And Paphos player ran in front of him and ended up kicking the Paphos player's legs from underneath him. And that went to VAR and nothing happened. And I think Gusulos was very lucky not to concede a penalty at that point as well. But yeah, Paphos' finishing was terrible. That's the other thing. And Zoho had a very good game. Paphos had 17 shots with 7 on target, and like you said, 61% possession. And I think, like you were saying, because it was a dead rubber, the players had like one eye on the cup final, trying to not expend too much energy before the cup final comes up. But if they're not careful, Monia could get. I don't want to. They could get dicked in the cup final if they're not careful. If anything, if Paphos are good at anything, it's attacking. You've got players like Tankovic, Gyro, Valakari, Dragomir. You've got all these players that could cause big problems. Now, Omonia have players which could also cause problems, but we didn't see that this weekend, did we? It's going to be an interesting cup final, I think. But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting one. I think both teams are under pressure to win this game. I don't think it's one of those where, okay, I want to guarantee Europe, but we need to win this to salvage our season. Although I still believe that winning the cup will only paper over the cracks. But anyway, it is what it is. But Buffalo, I think Buffalo need it more than we do. They certainly need it more than we do, especially with the investment that they've had the last 8 years, and the first major cup final. With everything going on in the background, collaborations with other clubs, it's big pressure for them. So I think anything can happen. But while we're on the subject of Buffalo in the cup final, there's something I want to bring to people's attention, because we saw something on Instagram yesterday and we put it on Twitter, and it's blown up on social media. But this has to be, what? If you want to talk about the epitome of Cyprus and Cyprus football, this is it. Boys and girls, Buffalo selling tickets in a sandwich cart. I mean, honestly, I saw that, and the first thing I thought was Southend, right? Southend fish and chips. But then I thought, no, man, it's when they're selling frappe by the roadside.
Well, I mean, look, there's even the fridge, right, is empty.
Yeah,
there's a Coke fridge there.
Yeah, but look how many impressions on the bottom right, Thassos. 28,000.
Yeah.
It blew up.
Yeah, it really did. That van. That van has got more fans than Buffalo.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm
Now
gone.
there's some there's some other
Oh my
things that
god.
happened as well, marketing wise for
Oh my
Baffle. I think
god.
they've been doing really well for this cup final. They had they had this post about people waiting for tickets overnight, and then the club opening the Stelios Kyriakidis pitch up for them to camp in. Now, it's been picked up internationally. Apparently, there was like loads of posts about that whole thing. However, you pointed out that some the shirts that people that were waiting were last season's replica shirts. So,
Do you know what confuses me about the whole thing? They camped in the stadium ready for the actual day of the ticket sales, right?
yeah.
They've got a guy in a sandwich van selling tickets. On their Instagram, they're still advertising tickets. On their website, they're still advertising tickets. How many tickets did they get?
Well, I mean, they got it's 2 stands each, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So they've sold out one of the stands.
5,000 they've sold so far.
Yeah.
So exactly how many tickets do they think they're going to sell?
Well, I mean, the whole push that they're going for is they're trying to sell the rest of these tickets, aren't they?
Right. So what I'm saying is, if you know that you're going to have X amount of tickets available, why would you camp outside the stadium for tickets when they're still selling them now, 2 days, 3 days before the final?
It's a very good question, isn't it?
You've got no fans. Sorry.
Dear, yeah. But social media wise, they're really doing a good job at the moment with the social media. I gotta say,
I can't criticize them for that. I think they're on point. I think
yeah.
they're on point
Now,
with that. But they've been on point with that for a while. In all fairness, although there's been a few cringe moments,
yes, yeah,
but on the whole, they've done well.
yeah. Now, somebody who hasn't been doing well on the social media front is Omonia. Should we talk about this mascot business? So let me break it down for people who don't know. Right? Omonia, like 2-3 weeks ago, they set up a competition for fans to create and vote for the best mascot, so they can use it for the cup final or the next season or whatever. I'm not sure what it was for. Now, the original competition led to finalists of 3 lions and 1 booby lady with a sword. Right? I think it was supposed to be Athena, the goddess.
That's Muggy's design.
Was it? So you know then who the lady was supposed to be? Who was it?
Vasilisa, man. Just like it's just
Just a queen.
Vasilisa. So it's just
Yeah. Okay. Right. But yeah, big booby lady with a sword. That's what she was on the image that
I need to ask Muggy if they're real.
Well, no, it's AI.
Yeah, I know. Get out. Get out.
But yes, so the fans voted apparently, and it was chosen that the mascot was going to be a lion.
A fucking lion.
Yes. Now, if some people that watch or listen don't know the importance of the lion in Cypriot football. The lions are AL. The lions are AL. Now, the other thing as well that when this first came out is I went on an AI imaging software thing, and I just put in Hermes Aradipo mascot in the AI generation, and it came up with a lion. I put Thassos as a lion. I put Apollon mascot. A lion came up again. So it's just a lion is just the general thing that you get from AI if you type in football mascot. So obviously, a lot of Harmonia fans were not happy, and neither were APOEL fans about a lion being chosen as a mascot. So this week, the Harmonia social media departments decided to call out the original competition as a phase 1. So it's phase 1 of the competition, because phase 2 is the same competition again, but this time all ideas are accepted except for lions. So all other ideas are accepted. So I've got a couple of recommendations for you here, Stel. I want you to tell me if you agree with these or not. So we've got a Phoenix. Phoenixes are good, aren't they? That's the joke.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, so or maybe a Greek god, or an Athenian general, or what about a Moorish gentleman from a Shakespeare play, or a Tullia, or a dove, or an Elgar freedom fighter.
Fucking hell.
Any of those? Any good?
What they need to do is have the guy. Have you seen that prank where the guy is dressed up as a plant and on the streets and he just jumps out at people? Something like that, but in like a 3-leaf clover, like the Drifili, but that looks like a marijuana plant. And then just hand out spliffs to everyone in the stadium. So when Roman Bates is on the pitch, you can pretend that he doesn't exist. Like he's a ghost. Spliffs for everyone.
Beautiful. Yeah.
You got that big sign that says Bella Ciao. Beautiful. Yeah. You be singing Bella Ciao all day. We sing my dream is to fly over. Just smoke a spliff in the stadium. Doesn't matter.
What I was thinking you do something really out there. Like how West Brom at one point had that boiler.
No, actually, do you know what, Thassos? Right, that big badada.
Yes. Yeah.
Just get that. Just get it and just spray it green, or have someone dress up as a badada walking around, or you just have Bezos walking around dressed as a badada. Team of the year. Get out of here, man.
We'll get to that. Now,
mind you, we got a lot of celebrity fans that are, might as well be bloody mascots. They wheel them out every time there's an event. Get this guy out, this one out, this one, this one that was on camping. Let's get him. Put him as a fucking mascot. No, even better. Since what's his name? Grigori is such a fucking genius. Why doesn't he be the fucking mascot? He does everything else. Actually, no. Get him dressed up as 100,000 euros with a sign on his head. Just 100,000. He's the mascot. 100,000 euros, because no one knows where that has gone.
Dying. No. Right. Okay. All right. Now, that's all I had for Harmonia and Bafo. Did you have anything else?
I'm here for the smoke.
Yeah.
I'm here for the smoke.
So the big meaty stuff for Harmonia and Bafo are obviously going to be on next week's pod. That's basically all we're going to be talking about next week, unless some other news is going to come out. Like I don't know. We'll get to it anyway. So obviously there's one game left that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh, 1 minute. This is nigger. Still, I've taken more Super Championship cups in my hands than Bezos. Bro, do you know what? Congratulations. because with this guy in our squad signed to a new contract, right, for another year when he's going to be out for 7 months, he ain't going to get his hands on that, is he? Started, man. Fed up. Pindo Nazalisto. See, he knows what I'm talking about. Come on. 3 spliffs for everyone. Give everyone a spliff. Sorry, Karen.
No, I was going to say. Well, I mean, Nicola comes up in my notes a bit further down anyway. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, do we go to that last match or not then?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Boys and girls, it came down to the final day of the season. And all APOEL needed to do was avoid defeat. They went a goal down through Faraj. It was given as offside. However, VAR said, no, the goal stands. But AEK, being Spursy, within 5 minutes, APOEL were level. A goal from Marquinhos. I don't know what the uncle was doing, but anyway, it is what it is. This is Route 1 football. Ball over the top. Great control. Shit defending. Back of the net. Marquinhos. That is that. APOEL held on. 1 apiece. Full-time whistle blew. APOEL win their 29th league title. Bedrides 9th as president. And there you go. Pitch invasion. Scenes. Utter scenes. So yeah, Thassos, it's all yours, mate, while we admire this utter carnage.
They did it. These players went and did it. I mean, with unbelievable effort to get stuff over the line. Now you fuck off, Sapinto.
Oh, come on.
No. I said I was going to be positive. I was just going to be positive and just be positive. So it started really badly as well, obviously conceding the goal due to that defensive error there. And coming back to it very, 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 very quickly. Marquinhos getting capitalizing on a defensive error on the other end. First half was very nervous, obviously, for APOEL. You know, the AEK were attacking, trying to get that winning goal. The second half was a bit more calm and collected from the team. So I think Sapinto had some very good game management at halftime, calming down the players, making sure that they were a bit more in control of what was going on. AEK still had chances to put the game away, but they did the APOEL defense. All the players worked as a team to get themselves over the line. You had Ran Ben Shimon was basically the first to blink to change the formation. He made changes in the 61st minute. He took off Pere Pons and put Rafa Lopez on. And then in the 66th minute, he took Bruno Gama off, put Clarice Mario on. So he went from having 1 forward, he had 3 forwards, and basically decimated that midfield. And AEK were just putting long balls into the box the rest of the game after that.
It was terrible. The last 10 minutes, the amount of times they pumped that ball in the box, and what made it even worse is that they were wayward crosses.
Yeah,
it's almost as if it was cross it and inshallah.
Yeah, pretty much. It was Steve Bruce football in the end, wasn't it? It's like just stick 6 up front, and hopefully somebody gets his head on it. That's what it was. In the end, it looked like APOEL were going to get the winning goal. It was as the game went further and further and further on, you could see the APOEL players get more confidence, and with that, I think the fans got more confidence, and that kind of buoyed everybody up to, this is actually going to happen, because AEK were profligate. They had a few chances, especially in the first half, to do something with the game, and then as the game went on, they just lost control. They lost control. It was a very tense game. It was very tense, obviously with everything being on the line the way it was. But yeah, the APOEL players, heroes, all of them. Even Fawaz Abdullahi, all of them, absolute heroes. Every single player on that pitch, gave everything from both teams. Draw was probably the deserved outcome, as there was a lot of effort, but not many clear-cut chances. But APOEL are champions. APOEL champions.
Yeah, and Crespo's gone. Ephraim has gone after what 10
Yeah,
years at the club.
yeah.
So
So
they got a nice little
obviously,
send off there.
yeah, with the title win, both Crespo and Ephraim. Ephraim Ephraim is retiring. I think
Yeah.
now he's done. But I think we need to all extend congratulations to Ephraim for the career he's had in Cypriot football. Whether you're an Omonia, APOEL fan, or whatever fan, whatever team fan you are, 50 odd appearances for Cyprus. He's had. I hold on. I looked up how many titles he's won. It's 7 titles, I think he's won. 3 cups. He's had a career in Gibro. And Crespo as well is got a special place in my heart, because there's not many players who can say they've played for Aston Villa and APOEL. He's all right. He joined Aston Villa at a time that wasn't going great for the team, but he's had a varied and wide career as well. And the season he's had with his injuries and the family issues that he's had, obviously he's had family members pass away and things like that. For the season that he's had, for the season that all those players have had, fantastic stuff. I mean, Marquinhos, I think in his celebratory kind of like Instagram post, he said at one point it was something about crying in the bath. That he was really suffering from homesickness during the season as well. And a lot of players, the coach falling out with some players as well didn't help. The suspension of the coach didn't help. The team being kicked out of the cup didn't help for motivation for these players. And somehow through all that, they still managed to, and as well, obviously the financial issues of being paid didn't help either. And through all that, they still went and did what they did, and for that they need all the flowers, right? All the flowers.
Where do you think the turning point was for the season, though? Was there a stage where you look at the fixtures and you think that was the game, or that was the moment where it just turned on its head and we knew that was what galvanized us, kind of thing?
The decision, weirdly, right? The thing that I think changed the season for APOEL was near the beginning of the season was Sapinto getting that suspension.
Right.
Because it drove the play, like there's an injustice, or there's
Siege
a feeling of
mentality.
injustice, the siege mentality, everybody's against us. And Sapinto is very good at playing up to that as well. He did the same stuff at Esteghlal. So when that came about, it was something that exploded within the players as well, without Sapinto being on the bench, helped the players as well. The thing that worried me was, especially the last few games, things dropped off. It was you could maybe tiredness, maybe kind of mental fatigue. I don't know what it was, but they got the result when it counted, and it counted for so much for so many people. It's fantastic, fantastic effort from all those players. I keep going on about it. Those players did a lot. I mean, for instance, Safo was unwanted for massive parts of the season, and then he's come back and put some very good performances in. And yeah, fantastic. I run out of words. I've run out of words. It's easier to explain if you read our write-up on nc-network.com. There we go. To go through what what the club has gone through this season, just the turmoil, the really high ups and the really low downs as well. But yeah, they did it when it mattered most. And then, yeah, the celebrations are full time. Tell you what it means to the fans, the players. Jubilation almost everywhere except for Petrovic, who got a bit pissed off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
there were a couple of fans, I think, trying to take his shirt, and yeah, he basically pulled his trousers down and said, "You want this as well?"
You want this?
and you know, and those fans backed away, and I would have too. I don't care who you are. When you've got Slenderman, 6'9", whatever he is, going like, you're gonna run away. You're gonna run away. Especially with the monster pushing it back to his performance, especially with the monster performance he had. But yeah, fans got on the pitch, sitting on the goalpost, singing, dancing, jumping, flares and fireworks went off. Amazing scenes. So Vriodidis is going to find the shit out from next week. I need to actually check if Vriodidis said anything tonight. I haven't been able to check it yet. But yeah, videos from the players' Instagram accounts, lives, lifting trophies, presentation at the Sindesmo, on the bus, photos, songs, poses, all this business. And between all this as well, like hidden in the background, you had Thogden came out to play in Cyprus. Thogden. People love a bit of Thogden, don't they?
This is going to be a sticky one. Okay.
So he was given a press badge and shown around by, he was shown around the ultras, the Sindesmo.
Before you carry on, at the beginning of the video, he says, APOEL invited me.
Yeah.
He contacted them and they sorted them out a press pass. Saying.
I didn't know that. I might, APOEL, I'm contacting you right now, right? Can I get a press pass for the European Games when I'm in Gibro?
Well, we can get in contact with them.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, Nectario. Give me a press pass.
There you go. Nope, wasn't invited from what I was told.
Yeah. So there's that. Next, his video that he put up was full of inconsistencies. Let's be nice and call them inconsistencies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he said,
"We're drinking that haterade tonight, boys." Haterade.
Yes. So for people, thanks Alex, for people listening. Enjoy Thassos, well deserved. But next year on Money, I will win it.
He's been smoking on that fucking split.
Yeah. He's got that mascot in early. Right.
Hey,
so
look at this one. Get Thogden on the pod. Skadadu Pingu, bro.
Yeah. So Pingo ate the anguri, and we're presenting him the Skada. Yeah. Anyway, lot of inconsistencies in his video. For instance, he said that the game was between a team from Lefkosia and a team from Larnaca, the two biggest towns in Cyprus. So, my family being from Lemeso, fuck you, Thogden. So there's that one, right? I didn't put it that way on Twitter, but tag him. There's that one for you. So what else did he get wrong? Yeah, he bought a gyro and called it a chicken souvlaki. So that's a big fat no, Thogden, no. And then he was saying that the APOEL were top of the table due to goal difference. When in fact, APOEL were top of the table because of results between APOEL and AEK. Yeah, nothing to do with goal difference. Anyway, those were the main ones. Now, well, the one thing I did catch on the Thogden video that didn't pop up anywhere else was there was these the two two pitch invaders during the celebrations. They went towards, I think it was Milicevic, who was kind of like on the floor, like with his head in his hands, and they went up to him, and they kind of picked him up and gave him a hug and kind of ushered him towards the dugout, which, you know, it's so nice to see a nice thing to talk about as well from a pitch invasion and fans and player involvement. Is that these two APOEL fans went on the pitch and they were actually nice to an AEK player. They weren't going around him going like. They went, picked him up and commiserated him, so that was nice.
And
but
then
yeah,
they were secretly saying, "Can we have your shirts?"
what to Milicevic? And there was one more thing I wanted to bring up about Thogden and his crap. But no, the main people to keep an eye on. The main
he got the goal scorer wrong as well, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, he got the AEK goal scorer wrong. He said it was Franz Sol when it was Farage due to a defensive error by someone who I will not mention. Now, the one person on social media that everybody should have kept an eye on was Nicola at Vogari Mesa. He managed to get photos with everybody, videos with everybody. He was there holding the title and going like, it was amazing. His Instagram popped off. It popped off on Saturday night. He was there taking pictures with absolutely everybody. And that's who people should have paid attention to. None of this Thogden bollocks. Yeah.
Absolutely. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen, Nigo is you cut him, he bleeds orange, man. He bleeds orange, and listen, I don't like your team, but I'm happy for good APOEL fans, and I know quite a lot of them, in all fairness, and you know, it pains me to say, as I said before, I congratulate you guys for winning it, but at the same time, part of me is a little bit happy that you guys have won it, because you mentioned all the problems that APOEL had this season, especially with non-payment of players. And I'm sitting there thinking, your players rallied behind each other and you went on to win the league despite not being paid. Whereas the rest of the league, all the players, or most of them, are getting paid on time, most of them. And yet they put in these performances. So the pressure is on next season for everyone. And it's like I said on No Choftes, there's no excuses. No more excuses, because if you are getting paid, even if you're not getting paid, you represent the club and you represent the fans. So when you're dropping stinkers, then you only have yourselves to blame. It's not the coaches. It's not the presidents. Yeah. If APOEL can win the league with that mentality, then there's no excuses for the rest of the league. So I'm going to be on Omonia's neck next season. Fully.
As you should be, you know. There's
anyway. Well, I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it. But look, are we done with Thogden?
We are done with Thogden. There's some more things to talk about, obviously, around the game, just because of a load of announcements that came from both clubs.
Before you do that, Thogden, a valiant effort. Thank you for giving Cyprus the exposure we needed, and I'm sure it's helped our pod, because I put a little bit of a comment at the bottom. But for your mistakes, Thogden, this is what you're going to get.
There he is. Yes. Of course, the APOEL fans, the APOEL players had to deal with that guy as well.
Well, listen, he gave us endless entertainment. I remember when that video first dropped, you and I were in tears. Yeah. I think everyone watching the show live were in tears. And I think we've got about 79 people watching on 3 platforms, and I think maybe they find it quite funny as well. So there you go.
So yeah.
But by the way, Thassos, sorry, anyone that's watching live, please hit that like button. And the thing is with YouTube, if you follow football, when it messes with the algorithm, if you go on YouTube and click live, It gives you every show that's live that's related to football, right? So I'm guessing there are a lot of people watching live that just stumbled across our pod. If you are, put a comment. We'll bring it up. And thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the shit fest that we're putting through today. So anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I know. This is quality content by professional people. Serious professional people. Thogden.
And we didn't swear the first 10 minutes, so we ain't going to be demonetized.
Exactly. Yes. Now, there's a comment there from Scoval if you want to bring it up. Yeah, when Thogden started clapping with the fans, I almost died. Yeah, and he started going, Trilos. Trilos as well.
Listen, I've got to rate him though because he tries. He tries. I know he's cringe, and I know he's done a lot of shit in the past. But look, you got to give him that, man. You got to give him the give him his flowers for the what's it called? What's the word? The effort.
That's so obviously, his account is followed by a lot of people. So, getting Cypriot football out there on the YouTubes on a popular account like his is can only bring good things.
Mm-hmm.
Next season they can watch Ethniko or Moniakos 6-5. So
what do you know? What it's funny you mentioned Ethniko because Cabrera, who's had an outstanding season for him, is linked with AEK.
Well, there we go. That's so that we were gonna get to that stuff. Yeah, no. We were going to talk about the ins and outs as well that are happening. So it's a good thing you brought it up, which means we can change the subject. So yes, Enzo Cabrera is being linked with a move to AEK for a replacement because AEK have announced the release of Ivan Trzaskowski. So Trzaskowski's been there. He's been there longer than I've been alive for, man. He's been there.
I think he was one of Iraola's signings.
Yeah, he's been there for so long, for such a long time, and is calling it a day. If it's not just the AEK, then probably hanging his boots up. He's had a very long and wide-ranging career. You said as well at some point that it would be a story if he'd scored against APOEL to win the league for AEK. But again, with AEK are the Tottenham of Cyprus. Anyway, so obviously Trzaskowski,
Ouch.
Obviously bringing Tottenham into it as well because of anyway. So.
Oh mate, can I bring up that image?
Which one? Oh, the one where they've replaced Gimona.
This. Oh my god! Wow. I mean the disrespect. The disrespect.
I mean, it's worse for Harry Kane because he went to Bayern Munich and they haven't won anything this season. Anyway, back to Cypriot football. So AEK, the team is getting a bit of a clear out, it looks like, because with Trzaskowski gone, you've got rid of Hererin, Casas, Mamas, Tomovic, Dionku, Piric is gone as well. That's a big one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Piric is going to be irreplaceable for them. It's going to be very interesting to see who they're going to bring in because
get Spoljaric in goal. You want a proper goalkeeper?
Yeah, he's rich, but he will do a good job.
Oh man, anyway, sorry.
He needs a run in a good team, but I think AEK, Xavi Roca's gonna have to pull some magic, man, because they're losing some really important players, and a lot of players that they are keeping are getting old. And on top of that, Ben Shimon is obviously leaving this season as well. Yeah. He's gone to go manage the Israeli national team. So, yeah, there's a few the reason why Ajax did so well this year is obviously because of the kind of the consistency of the team that they had from last year.
Yeah.
So,
The thing is, right? They didn't. I mean, they brought in a few players in the summer, right? And we were saying they were going to struggle this season, and we were fully wrong. I mean, they struggled at the beginning,
yeah,
and they turned it around. But the thing is, when you look at the players that have now gone, they didn't replace. Okay, well, the uncle came in for Rosales, right?
yeah,
And he turned out to be a good right back. But then again, that position they need to cover. Okay,
yeah.
Gadelari is still injured, right? Tomovic is gone, as you quite rightly said, so they need another centre back. Mamas is gone, so they need cover at centre mid. What's happening with Dongia? Is he on loan?
Dongia is on loan.
He's on loan.
But he's on a loan to buy.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
but they could end up doing the same job that they did with what's the guy from last summer?
Olatunji.
Yeah, exactly. They could buy him and then just get rid of him straight away.
Yeah.
If a good enough offer comes along, like say a Hefty.
Yeah, possibly.
Anyway, which was we're bringing up Hefty. Obviously, some Rangers fans got in contact with Rangers Journal asking about Donkia. So we obviously had to give our opinions of him. And on top of that, that's how I found out about the loan option to buy, because it's basically Rangers fans are being interested in someone who plays for a team in Cyprus who have got a loan on the player with an option to buy. So I don't know if they want that drama or not again.
No.
But yes.
Well, listen, if they want to go Spanish, Juan Mata is available on a free, and so is David De Gea.
Imagine David De Gea. Can you imagine?
Well, he'll never save a penalty. So you get a penalty against him, you're sorted.
Oh God. Now, if I move to some APOEL, mostly ins and some outs. So APOEL, like within 2 days of winning the league, they announced a shitload of contract extensions.
Yeah, see this one, right?
This took me by surprise.
Yeah, the thing is, obviously you want to secure the future of players who have won you the title. I look at the ages, and I know they're only a year long. I think Marquinhos is 3 years.
Well, no, Belic and Christodoulou have signed until 2027.
Right. Okay. So
2 years.
That's
Belic is going to be 36.
5, 6, 7, 3 years.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah.
3-year deals.
Yeah, 3-year deals. So Belic is going to be 36 when that deal's finished, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you look at the other ones like Chebak and Kostadinov. Kostadinov is 33. You've got
Susic, Chebak, Kostadinov, Petrovic, and Dongala until end of next season.
Now, good players. I'm not criticizing them, but again, it's the age that would be a concern for me.
Yep.
So is this a case where they want to keep them because of the experience of winning the title and overall experience, or not to disjoint the team spirit? Because if you keep bringing in players and whatnot,
I think it's a bit of that. I think they're learning the lesson from between last season and this season, where they made signings, and those signings in the summer, not many of them have done much except for Petrovic, really. The rest of them have been very bit part players, haven't they? The rest of the team was there from last season.
Did Vali sign a new contract as well? Has he still got time?
Vali has not signed a new contract yet.
Right, but there's another player that hasn't signed a new contract,
and there it is. Konstantin, the Konstantinov. No, what am I saying? It's late. I'm saying it's late. That's what it was about. Yeah. So Georgi Kvilidaya has not signed a new contract, and his contract runs out at the end of the month. Now, what has been said about Kvilidaya and signing contracts is that he's waiting till after the Euros to discuss his future. However,
meanwhile,
yes. Meanwhile, there's a team in green in Lemeso that that is willing to throw quite a lot of money at Kvilidaya. And this seems to be at request of head coach Alexei Shpilevsky. So that's a little bit worrying. That's going to be a scary proposition for the rest of the league. Is a a strike force that has Gogorin, Kvilidaya, Gomis, and Monno. Is basically going to shit the league, as long as they have a defense. Anyway,
true.
But we don't know if Kvilidaya is going to agree to a new contract at APOEL, at Aris, or any other club anywhere in the world. We don't know. He said he's not going to think about his future until after the Euros. He wants to concentrate on the Euros. So that's the big one. Now, Marquinhos has signed a new contract until 2028.
Oh, okay.
So I'm a big fan of that. He's got a lot to offer the team. I think he was top goal scorer for the team. A lot of assists this season. Kind of fell off a bit after January, but his importance came back for those last 2-3 games. He really brought it back. A big news for that. Now, one person who will not be continuing at APOEL is Ricardo Sapinto. And that is a very good decision. That is a very good decision.
Because?
What do you think? Oh, because he's listen, I'm trying to not feed negativity into this, but it's a very good decision that Sapinto will not be carrying on at the club. Somebody like Yanis Sachas, for instance, will probably excel a bit more under a different head coach. Somebody like Sarfo, if he signs a new contract, will excel a bit better with a different head coach.
Well, look, according to reports today, Gallejo is going to be the new head coach.
I'm very happy to hear that news. I think Gallejo has a way to play, and I think it's a very it gets results when it works, doesn't it? Alex keeps coming in.
the thing is, right? We were saying. Well, I remember I was saying about Anorthosi a few months ago that with the back line that they had, Wagwe, the left back, was it Fran? I forget his name. Fran Garcia. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Fran Garcia. Yeah.
And then Makoun and the Moroccan centre back and the goalkeeper. Obviously, they got a new goalkeeper. I think they had a stable back line there with Gallejo as head coach. They were playing some fantastic football. Mm-hmm. And I think you'll be much more expansive with him next season. Yeah. Now, that ties in with what I said before about re-signing these players that are in their 30s, because this guy's high intensity. With Sapinto, as you saw, especially in the second half against Ajax, you sat back and you're trying to hit them on the counter-attack, which absolutely fine, you know. But does Gallejo have that in his locker where he can be very pragmatic? I haven't seen it. But obviously, he wasn't at Rothesay long enough for us to pass judgment on it. He was an expansive coach. He was tactically astute. But as you said to me the other day, it's another club with financial problems.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a risk. Don't get me wrong. I just think that it might not be the wisest of appointments now.
No.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. But again, there's still a long way to go till the season starts, man. So you just never know.
So for me, it's you're not going to bring him in and then get rid of him 5 games later. You know, a la Apollon with their head coaches, for instance. But you know, it's you don't start a season, you have a couple of crack games at the beginning of the season, and you go, fuck off, we're going to change it. It's not happening. You know, you got to give it a bit of time. Now, especially with defending a title, you know, you're probably not going to come out. You know, you're going to stumble out the blocks a little bit, I think, especially since teams are going to be prepared to play against you, as the motivation as well as of obviously playing against the champions at the time. It's what we were saying about Aris this season, right? Is teams found out Aris' game plan, and it was more difficult for them to win games, and it's kind of proven right. And the same thing is going to happen for APOEL. And that's I think going to be, you know, if the first 5 games aren't a complete disaster, then they should keep whatever head coach that they've got there and kind of work on that. Because listen, Gallego, I think, is very astute to go for it because of he brings a different. He'll bring a different style to the team. The same way that Sapinto was very different to coaches before him. Get something different, change it up again. You know, and hopefully I don't say no too many times. But yeah, I think it's a good shout compared to some of the other options that were being waved around. At this moment in time, Gallego, I think, is a better option of the ones that have been discussed. And no, it got announced that Sapinto's left. Didn't necessarily get announced that Dominguez is left.
He will go.
He did a very good job.
He'll go.
But yeah.
The thing is that there's so many vacancies at the moment.
Yep.
Apollon at the moment, although it looks like Sofron is going to get the job again.
Mm-hmm.
APOEL, AEK.
Yep.
You know, even Omonia Gossegna, they need a new head coach, although they're talking about Pedragi's coming in.
Achna need a head coach.
Achna, yeah.
Anorthosi, yeah. So there's a few jobs going around. So you know, get your football manager CVs ready, guys. Start applying.
Yeah. Well, Thassos, before you continue, something I want to say, and this is something that you and I discussed the other day. Next season, we're planning to do this. I don't know how we're going to do this, but we're going to figure out a way. We're planning on self-publicizing a book for season 24-25 on the season. So by the end of next season, we'll hopefully have a book publicized. Hopefully. But again, we make plans and they go out the window for whatever reason. You just never know. But I'm excited about this, man, because I don't know when we should be really starting from now. Because do we start from the summer? Do we start from now? Because obviously Watermelon Sugar's gone. Does that count? Is he in limbo? I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
a
don't
weird
know.
one, isn't it? Yeah, well, I mean, it's caretaker manager, so does it count? Now, the good thing is, obviously, I need to start doing my little spreadsheet of ins and outs already, since everybody's bloody releasing players already. So yeah, I've got that to look forward to as well. So we'll have
Yeah.
that in as well. You can have like a little
Yeah.
pull out spreadsheet that says here's who each team have signed and got rid of.
My goodness. My
Yeah,
goodness. It's going to be fun.
it is. It is. Now, speaking of fun, good time, Frankie, fun. Your mate with the no balls came out as well, didn't he? Gets Bayer with his national team call up. Now, most of the time we go, but this time, kind of looking at the team, I don't think there's that much to complain about. I think it's mostly because of injuries more than anything else. But yeah, Dimitriou Apol. So I'll go through the team, right? So we've got the goalkeepers is Banayi, Dimitriou, and Mol. In defense, we've got Malekidis, Garo, Andreu, Bileas.
I'm going with the graphic that our mate, Football Chipriota,
Yes, there you go.
has created. There you go.
So two Panayiotis, one's Filioti, the other one is Omonias Panayiotou. Korea, not Korea, it's Korea, and Hector Kibrianou. In midfield, we've got Artimatas, Castanos, Griagu, Sachas, Gogic. Gogic is a midfielder, obviously, he's not a defender. Haralambous, Spoljaric, and Chrysostomou. And then strikers, this is my favorite bit. This is my favorite bit of any Gets Back up. You got Bitas, Ilia, Loizu, Gavril, Gagulis, and Gatsandonis. So, big thing for me, positive, is Anderson Correa is not in the team, which means we might either see Malekidis or Bileas start a game at left back. And, Malekidis being all Gareth Bale like, it's probably going to be Bileas who's going to start.
Yeah.
Because, Getspire does not like his fullbacks running forward. Now, again, the only right back he's picked is Filiodis, which means Andreu's going to play right back, even though, you've got Sergio and now Salamina doing everything he can to get into this team. But yeah, he's picked a really, really good, solid forward line. But how many of those 6 is he going to put on at the same time?
Well, this is the thing, man. Like, this is where Stel has a bit of a rant. And again, no disrespect to Dimitriou, but what does Spoljaric have to do to get in the?
Exactly.
People are going to say to me, "What are you going on about it?" He kept a lot of clean sheets this season, man. Yeah, a lot, and in a group where we saw games that ended 6-6 and 5-4. So he's not conceding many goals, but yet he's not getting called up. The second thing, Ruel Sotirio was Player of the Year for Leyton Orient. What does he have to do to get another call up?
No. See, that one's not fair though, because Sotirio's injured.
Yeah, but he's gonna be fit, man.
Is he?
He's gonna be fit. Yeah, he's gonna be fit.
Okay.
I'll have to message him, but I think he's gonna be fit. But it is what it is. Look, there's no amount of complaining and whinging about this national team is going to make any changes. This guy is going to go He's going to go 5-4-1 against San Marino, and
lose 1-0. Listen. Part of me is like, lose to San Marino, because if you lose to San Marino, you have to resign.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stay in a job after losing to San Marino. So part of me is like, lose to San Marino, and then you can go Go, leave, go somewhere else. Go to Baffle. They seem to be interested in him every time they need a head coach. Go to Baffle. Go to Baffle. Leave us alone. But yeah, young players missing out, as always with Getsbayer. So no Okas, no Fodi, and no Zanos Savas. Now, yes, Zanos Savas, who had Bambina on the back of his shirt for Torino when he came on, because Bambina is his mother's name, and they had this initiative in Serie A last weekend for Mother's Day over there. They had the mothers' names on the back of their shirts instead of their names. So Zanos Sava, with his mom's name on the back of his shirt, came off the bench for Torino and scored a goal on his debut. So we've got a young, hungry, forward player playing in Serie A and scoring and nothing.
I farted when the microphone was on mute. I should have saved it.
You should have left it on. Yeah, pretty much. But again, another forward prospect, another attacking player that we could have in this team. And you've got a coach who only plays one, and that one forward he's barely playing him.
Do you remember when Saddam Hussein was overthrown and they pulled down his statue? I think we're going to get scenes like that when Ketspire goes.
And believe it or not, Getspire's going to come up a bit later as well. Now,
they're going to pull down the badada.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Oh God.
By the way, I'm sure you've got this in your notes, but I want to bring it up because I saw it today and I couldn't contain myself. It was absolutely great. The grassroots.
God,
tournament.
yeah, Jesus Christ, I remember
so
this.
Like these are the mascots.
So for people listening, the mascots for the under-17s tournament, the under-17s Euros that are happening in Cyprus, is a shocked penguin.
Where is it? Where's Pingu?
Yeah, there you go. A shocked penguin, and a big ass cup of coffee, but like really big. But yeah, look at it. Look at that penguin. It's shocked. It's looking at Gumar and it's shocked.
I'll put that in a tweet. That's the look that your mum gives you when she gets the gudala out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my God.
The thing is, right, for people listening, I just described to you shocked penguin, a massive, somebody dressed as a massive cup of coffee, and then the weirdest looking thing out of all of them is still the president of the Cyprus FA. He's still the weirdest fucking looking one out of all of them.
Yeah, but to be honest, man, I've got to give him his dues, because what he's wearing, it reminds me of like mid-90s hip hop fashion. All right, it's not a denim jacket, but he's got the white tee. Listen, if he's wearing a vest, if he's wearing a wife beater, then that'd have been it. That'd have been it. But the crepes, look how fresh his crepes are. Like, look how white those trainers are. I mean, come on, man. He either bought them in the morning or he's been preserving them or something, because I wish I had a white pair of trainers. I mean, look at the lad in the kit, yeah? I mean, his trainers are white and grey. I mean, they're not even, they look like knockoff Yeezys to me, yeah? But Gourmat's crepes, I mean, I don't know whether they're New Balance or whatever, but he's been looking after them, man. I've got to give him that. I've got to give him his dues.
Well, I think they're more new because so you posted those pictures up, and then about 2 hours later, I got a notification on the Cyprus FA app that Gulmas is in Indonesia.
What?
Yeah. Gulmas is in Indonesia right now, and he took a picture. Hold on, let me get the Cyprus. Yeah, he's at the 74th FIFA Congress in Bangkok. So not Indonesia, sorry, Thailand.
Are you
Gulmas is in
sure?
Thailand.
Are you
Gulmas,
sure? Are you
Gulmas,
sure?
Gulmas is in Thailand.
Are you sure he go for that?
I mean, he didn't go just for that.
You are a big boy. Maybe he's going for a massage. I don't know.
But
I'm just saying.
But there he is. There he is. Big, beautiful turtle head man. Gonna go for a long time. But yeah. But yeah. Cyprus president Yoros
Oh,
Goumas
big
is
boy.
in Bangkok, who participated today
Yeah.
in the FIFA Council session. The FIFA Council dealt with the
He's,
match calendar.
come on. He wore that suit to the massage parlor afterwards. I don't
Yeah,
care.
that's what he was going for. Yeah,
That's a long tie as well, man. That's a long time. Maybe he's gonna be a little bit tied up later. I don't know.
And then obviously, the FIFA blazer on
Yes,
there
he's
as
got
well.
the FIFA blazer. He's gonna walk into that building, and they're all gonna be all over him. The tips will be massive.
Yeah. So
allegedly,
yeah. So
not
yeah.
that our president would be into that kind of stuff.
Well, was it? I mean, I can't believe he's coming back into the conversation. Wasn't it Dornaridis who was saying something about Filipino?
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, he can talk. He can talk. Have you been to Switzerland lately, son?
Oh dear. Right, moving swiftly on from that. The Cyprus FA brought out some awards for some players. Well, for some people, because it wasn't just players. On Monday, and they made some decisions. So the season's MVP was apparently Ajax Dongia. Right? Now, I can think of at least 5 players who should.
That comment, what a stud.
What a stud. Beautiful.
Sorry. Continue.
Now,
I'm in a foul mood.
but yeah, so for me, I can think of at least 5 players who deserve that award for season MVP more than Donkia.
I thought you were going to say there are 5 players that deserve a trip to Bangkok. Hey, Thassos, do you know who'd be on that plane? First moment. I told you I'll get it in before the end of the season, bro. Come on.
Oh God. Oh man.
Alex. I don't know, bro. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know.
Yeah, we won't read that comment out loud.
No.
So now, head coach of the season, as picked by the Cyprus FA, was Ran Ben Shimon. He took over a team in November and lost the title. So we talked about Sapinto having the most coaches of the month, although I wouldn't agree with giving it to Sapinto either. But yeah, there's
okay, bro. Come on.
He won the title.
Come on. Let's not be silly now. Let's not be silly.
He won the title.
Let's not be silly.
Right? But they even gave him head coach of the month while he wasn't, in the dugout. Anyway, but there's there's managers like look at what Sadchar managed to get out of Africa, for instance, or Carcero's taken Bafo to their first ever cup final. Form-wise, though, Ben Shimon probably has the best points per game or win percentage, though, because he took them over in November, and then just kept winning every single game for I think it's 14 games or something like that. He won every single game. Also, for me, shout out to Haralambos Garmiodisa, because he managed to last 5 months in the job. Epic, that one. Or, they could have thought outside the box and given the coach of the season to a coach that actually won a title. Like Ilias Haralambos at FCSB in Romania.
Yeah,
he
but
won
it's Cyprus,
a fucking title.
But it's Cyprus.
Yeah, but he's Cypriot.
Yeah, but it's the CFA.
Yeah.
Why would they give an award to a coach that's coaching outside of Cyprus?
Because he's Cypriot. It's simple. He represents the Cyprus FA, but from the fact that he's from Cyprus.
I'll be honest with you. I can see why Ben Shimon got it. I can see why he got it. But at the same time, you're rewarding failure.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. I'm agreeing with you completely. No. And speaking of awards, there was also the Players Union.
Yes.
The Players Union awards tonight. So I've written down the first 11 here. I'm going to see if you agree with any of these. I know there's definitely one you'll disagree with. Yeah. So, right. In goal, we have Piric. In defense, we've got Roberge, Petrovic, Panayotou, and Chebak. In midfield, we've got Dalcio, Bezos, and Ledes. And then up front, we've got Semedo, Kvilidaya, and Gyro. Now, apart from Bezos, are there any others you disagree with there?
Okay, look, I personally would not have. If I had to go with on centre back, I'd have gone Koulibaly over Pana. And don't get me wrong, I love Pana. I think he's been outstanding for us, but Koulibaly has been sensational. He's been ridiculous. His leadership, the last-ditch challenges, the aggression. Okay, I'm not being really anal about it, but I would have put Koulibaly in there. Chebak, I can't disagree with. Roberge, again, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think he was instrumental in the run-up. Like once Ben Shimon came in, Roberge also started playing.
But surely Milicevic is in with more of a shout because of some of the goals that he scored, especially the one at Ari last minute in injury time. Surely that would have put him in there. I don't know.
Now, the other thing is obviously this is voted for by the players.
Yeah.
So I think part of it is also a popularity contest.
You think?
Yeah, because otherwise, why would Roman Bezos be there?
Well, okay, you want to go there. You want to take it there. You have to take it.
No. I can talk about it. I'll talk about it because people don't know my opinion on Roman Bezos.
Go
But
on.
people were saying the reason why Roman Bezos is being picked there is because there's not that many number 10s in Cyprus. I can tell you one that should have definitely been there.
We're going to agree on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, go on. You say
but the one that's missing off this list, I didn't see in either the first or the second team. Tankovic.
Yeah.
He's been fantastic for Bafor. He's been their player of the season, and he's not been mentioned anywhere.
Again, I don't know. Okay, Bezos has scored goals, and he's. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I'm with you. I don't get it either.
Bro, listen, for anyone that subscribes to the members area, you'd have seen all the analysis videos I've done for Monia this season, and we're going probably the majority of the games. I mean, how many games have been played this season? 20, how many games? 26? No, 30. 30 games, yeah? 30, 36.
36 games.
36, yeah. And I've done at least 30 reviews, right? And there have been times where people have been telling me about this player that he's instrumental and he's pivotal and this and that. And then I pull up the clips of the misplaced passes, the poor tracking. All right, and I just think that what he reminds me of is Anthony Martial of Man United, yeah, where he will perform. He'll drop a 10 out of 10, one game in every 7, yeah, and everyone's like, oh, but he had that great game. Oh, Bezos had that great performance against Anotasi. Okay. But look, I don't get it. I don't get it. He should not be in that fucking team of the year. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. That's my opinion.
No, I completely agree with you. Now,
sorry.
I completely agree with you, which is why, I give you a bit of a platform to say this stuff. Now, I don't think I disagree too much with the other players that were picked on there.
Are they going Petrovic as centre back?
Yeah. So
they're going Petrovic. So they're shoehorning as a central midfielder at centre back. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So Petrovic, during his acceptance speech, or part of his acceptance speech, I wrote it down here because I was like, I keep telling everybody. He says, I don't know, should I try to do his voice or not? No, I'm not going to do his voice. But he said, part of his pride in winning the award was because it's not my primary position. Not my primary position. The player himself says he's not a centre back.
Well, Pana isn't a left back. He's played there, but he's not a natural left back. But yet
correct. They put him as a left back, haven't they?
Right. So you're looking at it. So they're shoehorning players in for the sake of it. So if you're going to do that, okay, if you're going to shoehorn players in, and you're not going to pick Tankovic, why don't you shoehorn Marquinhos as a Degari? Because he had a better season.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you shoehorn Ndongala? Because he was my MVP of the season.
Yeah. See, I wanted to mention these players, but I thought I'd be a bit biased to keep mentioning APOEL all the time, even though we did win the title. But yeah, I thought it'd be a bit biased, so I thought I'll stick with players who were maybe not in APOEL's team. But yeah, and the other thing as well, even in the second 11, right? Most of the players in that second 11 were in top 6 teams.
Well, let's have a look at them.
So can't disagree with Belic. Malekidis has had he's had a fantastic season. Milicevic has had a really good season. Dvali's been good. Hambo's been good. Gusulo's been good. Valbuena's there because he's a name. And Dongala has been good. Tongia has been good. Fransol has been good. Now, Gvida.
Where's Cabrera? Where's Ilia?
Where's Cabrera? Where's Ilia? Where's there's a few players that you could have had Katsandoni as well for Garmiodissa.
Yeah.
You could have. There's a few players that have been completely ignored because if you have a look there, the only players that are not from top 3, top 4, top 5 teams are the Apollon players. And Apollon have had a crap season. So I can understand Malekidis. Valbuena has been he's Valbuena. It's very difficult to not have him in this, but by his standards, he's probably a little bit disappointed with how the season went as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you know. But again, it's the votes for these best 11 things are popularity contests. Now, one more thing to mention as well is the Players' Union also awarded Ben Shimon with head coach of the season. So it's a weird one. It's a weird one. We seem to be celebrating just this season only. We seem to be celebrating second place.
Do you think there's a strong possibility that because he once coached the national team, it gave him that extra,
Maybe. I mean, the other thing as well is obviously I keep dropping hints about Pinter's attitude towards some players, but Cyprus is a small island. Word gets around.
Look, again, as being objective as I possibly can be, forget the fact that Sapinto won the league. Yeah. It was his first season in Cyprus.
Yep.
He was at a club where players weren't being paid.
Yep.
Yeah. He motivated them to get. I don't care how long he spent on in the stands. He was in training. He was in and around the club. Right.
Yep.
He won them the title, their first title in 5 years, despite all of the higgy-hagger that's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets the title, and they give it to Ben Shimon. And look, Alex says he disagrees. The coach was amazing. Fine. You know what? Great. He did a fantastic job. But he won nothing.
Yep.
Nothing. So it's like Omonia. If we don't win the cup, then you know what the official line's going to be. But we qualified for Europe. So it's like winning a trophy. Get in the bin. Sorry. Get in the Mastrapui, the guy that's dressed up as
That's the mascot.
Yeah, that's the Omonia mascot. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. just spray paint it green. He had those little mittens on as well. It's pretty cute.
Beautiful. There you go. We got it. We figured that out. So, there were obviously a few more awards given out, and some players were celebrated for their for their experience. Mm-hmm. So there were 3 awards handed out to Fodis Baboulis. There was an award handed to Avram,
mm-hmm.
and there was an award handed to Renato Marcasa. Now,
these awards were they given in envelopes?
The reason why I brought it up was going to be a different reason, but I'm just going to let that hang there for a second prior to finishing off what I wanted to say.
I'm just asking. When they announce the names, do they open the envelope and?
Well, the award did look like it did look like an envelope of sorts. They handed him. Just putting that in there so we don't get that cease and desist letter.
I'm just curious. Some people are just used to accepting money to fail.
Right.
But mentioning names.
The reason why I wanted to mention Marcasa wasn't that. It was to.
I didn't mention any names.
He speaks. He speaks better Greek than us.
Yeah, well, he's been in Cyprus long enough.
So yeah. Another thing that came up in the award ceremony that I thought was really funny was that Getspire was the one who was presenting the awards for the forward players in the best 11. The guy that doesn't play any forwards.
The thing for me that got me right in the feels, and this is no disrespect to the singer, because obviously when you're performing when you're performing in front of an audience and you're in front of a camera, it's very, very nerve-wracking. But Amy Winehouse must have been spinning in the grave because I've never heard Valerie butchered like that. And I've been to karaoke. I listen. Sorry, just please, I beg. If you're gonna sing songs at these ceremonies, don't go with Duffy. Don't go with Amy Winehouse. Do, I don't know, Gligeria, or do Anna Vichy, or do Becky Zina. Just leave it to the pros. Come on. I'm just surprised they didn't do an Adele song, because it'd have been Hello from the Other Side. I'd have been dead.
I would like to
set fire to the rain. It don't rain much in Cyprus, but you'd be setting fire to the rain with that fucking shit. Sorry.
I would like to point out that Stel's opinions are not mine. I think Anna Vichy, Becky Zina, and who was the third one? Gligeria are professional, and
no, but I'm saying
therefore
is sing their songs.
They should also be left to the professionals. Can you imagine that the singer that they brought in to sing Lambo? Now, one more thing to say as well.
Can we just have fucking Vada just singing Dibi Die? Like,
well, the one thing I wanted to bring up, that now that you've said that, is obviously as part of the marathon podcast that we did, the Players Union organised for one of the podcasts to win tickets to go to the award show. And Omoniagos Tessera won. Can you imagine if us two went? We would have been there just shitting on everything.
It would have been carnage. It would have been carnage.
I mean, they had Louis there, right? They had Louis, and Louis is a comedian, and they basically just had him reading off the thing, the whole ceremony, like no jokes, no nothing. What's the point of having Louis there?
Let me tell you a quick story, right? Years ago, we're talking 2009, 2010. I used to work for France Telecom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every 3 or 4 months, we'd have these focus events where we'd all get together. The whole company would get together in this massive facility, and it would be a big training day where the CEO of the company would come up and start talking about finances and blah blah blah, all that kind of boring shit. And in the evening, we'd have a piss up. Right back then when I was drinking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget the second event I ever went to. Again, I'm green as goose shit, right? I don't know a lot of these people, but obviously when there's alcohol involved, you get that Dutch courage. You start talking to people.
Yeah.
And there was a drinking game that we used to play, and there's a rapper called Skepta I used to go to school with. He's a couple of years younger than me. And there's a song there's a rap it was called Can't Dance Like Me. So what he would do is say, Michael Jackson can't dance like me. And then he'd just go with different names. And this drinking game was, you'd have to think of a celebrity's name and just say, can't dance like me. So you'd say, I don't know, Princess Diana can't dance like me. Okay, I know she's dead, but you get what I'm saying, Michael Jackson, and this and that, right? And this is the game that I kind of brought in. And we started off with 2 or 3 people. Then it turned to 4, 5, 6. And then we had about 15, 20 people. And then the CEO of the company came because he saw what was going on. He was like, what's going on? And he jumped in. And I got into a lot of trouble the next morning because apparently I shouldn't have had fun with the CEO of the fucking company. Anyway, long and short of it is, I could just imagine us at this awards ceremony playing that game. You'd have Jairo, you'd have Dongia, you'd have Semedo. Kespai would want to jump in. Sorry, mate, you can't play. You can't play because it's not a 5-4-1. You can't play, bro. Who wouldn't you want to play? Like, if someone tried to jump in and play from that award ceremony, who wouldn't you let?
Well,
Kespai would be one. He'd have to sit in the corner. You stare at the wall.
Yeah, I mean, see. It'd be difficult for Bezos to play that because I don't know if you saw during the award ceremony, he tried to go pick up his award while walking on crutches. So, he wouldn't be able to dance like me because he wouldn't be able to dance like anyone.
You don't have to dance, bro. You don't have to dance. I'm just saying, you just need to think of a name.
No, okay. See, I wouldn't want to be mean to anybody else there.
No, you got to be mean.
Oh, Sapinto then.
But he wasn't there. Was he there?
I don't know.
I was saying the people that were there.
Well, if Sapinto was there, I'd be like, "Nah, you're all right, mate."
Well, Ketspy and Bezos don't play. They're not allowed.
Mhm.
They could play their own game. Play their own game.
So yes, award season is over. The league season is over. Or fuckery month, as you like to call it, is almost upon us. The only thing left for the season is the cup final this weekend, and I think we need to basically do the league table for one last time this season, don't we?
Yep. Yeah, but is there something else that we need to do for one last time, or has he not released anything?
Let me. So you do the table then, and
I was gonna let you do it, but okay. Since I'm here, here's the league table, boys and girls. This is how we've completed the season. APOEL, our champions, head to head over AEK, 73 points both teams. APOEL get the Champions League spots, guaranteed Conference League football. AEK finished second. Omonia third. Ari fourth. Now this is important because if Omonia win the cup, Ari qualify for the Conference League. If Buffalo win the cup, they go into the Europa League, and Omonia go into the Conference League. There you go. Unrothlessly finish sixth. To be fair to them, season didn't end well, but it was an improvement from last season. So I guess they've got something to be positive about. Bottom half of the table, APOEL on top, Group B. I gotta say second, really. Salamina, Ethnigo, Karmiotis stay up. And then going down, officially, Doxa, Othello, and AES. Next season will be fun and games, boys and girls, because Omonia Gosenya are going to be up. Omonia Radepu are up, as are Paralimni. And if Mr. Vucenovic is watching, you told me 15 goals next season. I want 20, bro. So there you go.
But none against APOEL. Thanks. So I had
We've got 92 people still watching live, boys and girls. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so.
Do it.
And leave a comment as well.
Do all the things. Now, I think next week is going to be our last normal episode of This Is Mappa of the season, isn't it? We're going to talk about the cup final and obviously any fallout from any of the situations that's still up in the air at the moment. But yes, the league season is over. Bring on the summer.
It's been one hell of a ride. And just like to thank you, Thassos, for your efforts this season. You've been incredible.
Thank you for sorting everything out.
No, man. Don't be silly.
I'm just here for the lols.
You made me look good. So yeah, thank you to everyone for tuning in. We've got more to come. Next season is going to be another banger for us. We're improving season on season. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Don't forget to visit our website, www.nc-network.com. If you feel like contributing, whether it be writing or just being part of the show, drop us an email. We're on Instagram at This Is Mappa, and on X, Thassos is at Flares Cafes, as you can see in his screen name.
Yeah.
Your little thing. Let's not talk about your little thing. Behave yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that is pretty much it, really. I think that's about it. Oh, also in the comments section, let us know which players you'd like to send to Bangkok with Guma. Be interesting. In Bangkok.
I mean, if there were any players that you thought would deserve to be in that best 11 and weren't, then let us know as well. Also, I'm planning something for summertime. This Is Mappa. That might be coming out soon.
The boogeyman. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. Alex, once again, respect, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in, Alex, bro. And I saw your message earlier about Stockholm. So if we ever come to Sweden for a show, you're the first one we're going to contact. And
I lost 6-1 today.
They lost.
They lost 6-1.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, look, there was one more request from Alex. Can we do this one more time? Sorry, bro.
Die.